Hello, this is Gary Schnitke, and this is a 5-minute Farm Doc Daily dealing with 2019 FSA yields and their use in calculating our county payments. Recently, in October, FSA Farm Service Agency released their corn, soybean, and wheat yields, which are used to calculate our county payments. We're going to illustrate those payments here and make comparisons to RMA yields and NASS yields. 3 agencies calculate yields in the nation, and we're going to show you how those yields vary. Here are the FSA yields for corn, and again, these would be used for calculating 2019 ARC County payments. Highest yields were in the mid part of the state, 222 bushel per acre for DeWitt County, and our lowest yields were in southern Illinois. Southern Illinois because of lower productivity and also because of wet weather. Those yields, again, are used to calculate our county payments, and in Illinois, there is either an all series, which would cover irrigated and non-irrigated farmland, and then some counties along the borders, along the eastern corner and western Illinois have irrigated and non-irrigated series. FSA was tasked to come up with a series that reflected irrigation in those areas that had irrigation. The previous map showed if we had the opportunity for an irrigated or non-irrigated yield, showed the non-irrigated yield. FSA uses RMA, Risk Management Agency data, in calculating their yields, but they do adjust it to reflect some of the considerations FSA has to take into consideration. RMA releases their yields for SCO calculations, and in general, those yields are pretty close to the yields that FSA uses. We can see here there was only several counties that had more than a 0.5 bushel difference. Some of the bigger ones were near Cook County and DuPage County. So again, RMA yields in most cases are pretty close to FSA yields. We will use NASS yields, National Agricultural Statistics Service yields, which are released in February, to make estimates of 2019 ARC County payments. Overall, NASS yields are lower than FSA yields. Here, this map shows the FSA yield minus the RMA yield. So if we see a positive number, the FSA yield is above the RMA yield. In most cases, they're above those yields, but in certain cases, they're below. In one year versus the next, some counties will have very high differences. In this case, Piatt County has a large difference. That won't necessarily be the case for 2021. Soybean yields were also released by FSA, and again, we saw the highest yields in the center part of the state. Piatt County had a 67.5 bushel yield, and our lower yields were again in the southern part of the state. Just like corn, we have irrigated and non-irrigated series. Here you see those differences across the state. Again, we're showing non-irrigated series in the previous map. Irrigated, non-irrigated series, those breakdowns happened in northern and central Illinois, along with a set of counties near the Indiana border. FSA yields were very close to RMA yields. We saw some differences in the southern part of the state, extreme southern part of the state, and close to Cook County again. Our FSA yields are generally higher than NASS yields, and again, we will use those to calculate 2020 ARC County payments in February 2021. You can see more of these comparisons of FSA, RMA, and NASS yields in the Farm Doc Daily that is linked in this YouTube description.